Welcome everyone to this Molly Hatchet Classic. It's a cover of an Allman Brothers song. Yeah, I heard it the other day in a band in high school. I remember these guys playing it and I'm like, man, I gotta learn how to play guitar. So anyhow, with that said, I finally sat down and learned this song. There's a lot going on, so we got a lot to get to. I'm gonna cover the rhythm first, then I'll cover the lead. I'll cover all the rhythms. And I've written this out, so my note, the link to them will be right below the video. So without further ado, we're going to start out by playing two-note chords. All right, so we're going to start out playing on the 5th fret on the 5th and 4th string. This will be those two strings primarily. And we're going to hit them together on the 5th fret. We're going to move the 4th string down to the 4th fret. And that whole thing will go down a step to 3 and 2. And back up. And then we start the rhythm. Alright, the key to this rhythm is we're pressing down when we play and we're chucking back and forth. It's 1, 2 between. And then there's a 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a, let's see. So that's the key to the rhythm, is really striking those two strings down and up between, or down and up. And that's muted, so you really get the feel for this song that way. There are some harmonics because this is a three guitar band. So there's another doing harmonics. We're going to be on the 4th string, 12th fret. Then we're going to go to the 7th fret on the 4th string, 7th fret on the 3rd string, and then back to 7 on 4. So we have this. Okay, so those are the harmonics. We've got the verse rhythm down. It's just between 5 and 4. Okay, after the verse, we're going to go into this. Alright, so what they're doing here, and what's tabbed out wrong, is they're playing G, then the no open after that. Alright, what they're doing is hitting the G and then the 3rd fret of the 6th string to the 5th fret on the 5th and 4th. So you have this. Then you go open to F. Okay, so we have this. It's not this. Alright. Then what they do is they're going to hit F again and then reference kind of a C dyad. We're doing that 3 and 2 again on the 5th and 4th string. And that leads you into an E, what is that called again? Let me look it up. E7 sharp 9, the Hendrix chord. Okay, that's the non-lead guitar part. I've written this out 2 ways. Okay, this rhythm doesn't change as far as the first section. Okay, the second half will go to a C and then A sharp. And it's simply, so we're going 1, 3, open to an A7 sharp 9. Now, watching them do this live, you can do this up at the 12th fret where most people do it. That's fine, especially if you got one guitar that really fills it in. But with the multiple guitars, I noticed they're playing that chord up here. So we're on the fourth string and second string at 5, third string at 6, and you got to stretch your pinky a little bit to 8 on the first string. So you have this. Okay, that's the rhythm tag. Let's talk about the lead tag. So we're going to do the same G and then C. The difference is we go up to 12 on the first string, 15 on the second, and give it a unison bend, meaning we'll bend 15 up. So they'll do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Anyhow, you'll be able to figure that out, but that's the notes they're playing. Then we go to our C and B flat or A sharp. Then we're up to 17 and 20. Okay, so those are the notes, the unison bend, 17 and 20. That's the lead guitar, if you will, tag of the rhythm. All right, that covers that. I think the next rhythm we want to go over is post solo, and honestly, that's all the rhythm of the song. We'll have the lead, which is extensive in this song, and that lead underneath is basically our verses and our little intro or bridge, solo bridge I call it. But the rest of the rhythm is underneath the leads. All right, the last rhythm I want to talk about is the rhythm after the solo. It's so different from the rest of the song. After this rhythm, they kind of go right back into the verse rhythm and out with the tags. So with that said, the rhythm will sound like this. That'll repeat. So what we're doing there is we're going to play a D or reference a D, the second half at the second fret from the fourth all the way through the first string barred, and we'll put our middle finger on the second string at 8 and our middle finger on the fourth string, and then off. Alright, so we got the suspended and off. And then what we're going to do is 7 hammer onto 9 on the 5th string, and then grab 7 on the 4th and 3rd string. I forgot the last, there's 3 of those. The last one, they just hit that 7 twice, not the hammer on. They just do. Alright, you can do a full C there. What I usually do, because it's so quick, is I just go to that referencing the bottom half of the C. So I'll just hit the 5th fret from the 4th down to really the 2nd string. Part of that, there's 2 guitars doing this, or maybe 3, whatever, they might all be doing it, but let's take the lower, the bassier part. This is what I usually play. We're going to pull off from 3 to 2 and then go 3 to 5. The second time through, they hit an A chord. All right, so we have this. That repeats again, and then you're back into the rhythm. Alright, so the other guitar is at 5, pulling off to 4 on the 3rd string. So that'll be 5, 7, and then your A. So those are the two guitar parts. I've written that out for you, like the rest of the song. What else? That is all of the rhythm. After that, they go into the verses and out. So next we'll get up into this epic lead, which I really, really enjoyed. All right, we'll talk about that next. All right, so we're going to go over this epic lead next. Really beautiful licks in it. Very unstereotypical. You'll see when I show you some of this stuff that they do. It's really, really cool to add to your bag of tricks. So to start out this first whole half of the rhythm, you want to be in the middle position with both pickups on. My neck pickup is set, the volume's at about 8, the tone's at about 6.5. The bridge pickup, the volume's at 9 and the tone's at 8. Okay, so I added a little distortion to my rhythm, and we'll go through it. I'm going to stop there. This is just before the next. I'll stop there. But what we're doing in the first section of that lead, okay, we're going to be mainly at the 7 and 9 position. All right, and what we're going to do to start this out with, we're going to slide into 9 on the 4th string, catch 7, hammered on and pulled off from 9, and back to 9 on the 4th string. And then we go back to 7, hammer into 9 with some vibrato. Then we're going to hit 9 with a bend and a release. And then 7, 9, hammer on and pulled off, back to 9 on 4. Alright, so we have this so far. Then we catch 7 on the 3rd string. Alright, this will take us to the actual second half of this intro of the lead. We're going to slide into 7 here on the 3rd string and work off the 2nd string. So we'll be hammering from 7 to 8, back to 7 on the 2nd string. Back to 7 on the 3rd. And then 8 on the 1st or 2nd string, back to 7. Then we catch 7 on the 3rd, and then a hammer on and pull off again from 7 to 8. Then we're going to move to our 9 on the 3rd string, and then 7, 9, 7, hammer on and pull off. End up on 9. So I know it's a lot of notes. Let me take it slowly. I'll go from the very beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take 9. This is where it's a little different. Bend and release, catch 7 on the 3rd string, back to 9, and then 7, 9 on the 4th, 7 on the 3rd. All right, and the reason I'm saying it's different, let me play that a little bit at speed. All right, rather than doing that typical kind of bend up and release, you're doing a bend release and then hitting the note. And a back and forth. That's That's what I found really different. It varies from your... it's more of a... It's real defined. All right? One more time from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the very first opening section. Again, I've written this out. That'll really help. Again, I push Riff Station, but it's so helpful to load this song into Riff Station and slow it down and be able to play with this and practice it. Always a link below the videos to it. It's free until they take it down. So, all right, the next part of the lead, we're going to move up to the 12th and 11th position. All right. So it'll sound like this. Alright, so what we're doing, sliding into the 4th string at 12, we're going to hammer from 11 on the 3rd string to 12, back to 11, pull off, and catch 12 again. Then we're going to hit 11, hammer into 12, 12 again, and then 14 with 3 bends. The last one will release and hit 14 unbent. That's another thing that's different. The very last note is unbent because it allows you to lead to the next part. It just leads you into the next part. So we have this very slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what I suggest is you change finger positions. Move to your 3rd finger, because what you're going to do is hit that 14 again on the 3rd string. Then we're going to move to the 2nd string, and what we'll do is hit 12, hammer into 13 and pull off back to 14, and then hit 13 to 14, 12 to 14. So again, this is really different, different from anything I've ever learned. So it'll sound like this. All right, so see how he's going. Let me take it in context. I suggest you change your fingers. I didn't there, but when I was first starting to learn this, it really helped if I moved my 3rd finger there, because then I was in the position to do that. So one more time. So the next part, we're going to hammer in from 12 to 13 after that. And then we're going to grab the 15th fret, and we'll do those same type of bends. 3 bends, last one released, and then once unbent. Alright, then we got to change finger positions again. So we have this. Christ. Now what you want to do is get your middle finger on 2nd string at 15. Alright, what we're going to do is hit that note and then hammer on and pull off from 14 to 15 on the 1st string. And then we'll hit 15 to 2, 15 to 1, 15 to 2, 14 on 1, 15 on 2. Again, a lick I've never done before. So we have this. So it's just a back and forth, but it's very quick. And then we're going to hammer in 14 to 15 on that 1st string. Hit it again, and do our 17 with 3 bends, last one released, last one without a bend. Alright, so let's go over that last lick again. Alright, now the next lick that's kind of getting us out of this position, if you will, what we're going to do is stay here with your fingers. We're going to hit 15 and then 14, hammer on to 15, back to pulled off back to 14, and then that little back and forth lick. So let's see. So let me take it from the beginning. Alright, so see how we went back and forth from 15 to 14 between the second and first string. Then the last, we're getting towards the end of it, we're just going to hammer 14 and 15 on the first string. Hit 15 again, and then we're going to do a hammer on and pull off to 14. Hit 14 again to 14 on the second fret, or second string, and then again hammered on to 15. Then we're going to do a little walk down, 15 to 13 to 12. Wow, that's a lot of notes, isn't it? But again, I've written this out so it'll make it easier. And again, these licks are great. Very melodic, beautiful, beautiful playing. Let's take it from the 12 on the 4th string, the intro to this second section of this lead. 1, 2, 3, 4. When we get to 12, we're going to give that vibrato 5 times. Then what we want to do is hit it in a slow bend release. Then what we're going to do is go from 10, hammering on to 12, back to 10, to 11 on the 3rd string, back to 10 on 2. Alright, so after we do this, we're coming in like we did with the intro. Alright, think of that as the same. Now this part changes a little bit. What we do is this. So what we're doing there, very similar what we did, but we're going between 9 on the 4th and 3rd string. So we have this. So it's a hammer on and pull off on the 3rd string, 7, 9, 7, to 9, 9, from the 4th, 3rd, back to the 4th string at 9. And that repeats. So you'll do that twice. And end with a hammer on and pull off from 7 to 9. Alright? So, let me put that together for you. That takes you into the next little rhythmic. Alright, we'll talk about that next. Alright, let me go through the next section for you. So, and I'm going to take off from that 7 to 9 so you can see how it all fits together. this really melodic part that I just enjoy the shit out of playing. What you want to do, the key to it, bar, and don't stress yourself too much. Don't press too hard on this bar on the 7th fret across the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st string. Just kind of relax. That really helped me when I kind of relaxed and went through this. All right, so we're barring there. What we're going to do is pull off, let me see, I lost myself. All right, so let's see. So we're going to go 8 on the 2nd string, pull off to 7, catch 7 on the 3rd string. And then 10 on the 2nd string, back to 7 on the 3rd. So get that under your fingers. That's really, they'll do that twice. This 3rd time, they're going to change it a little bit. They'll go to the 3rd string. So we're going to pull off from 8 to 7, just like we did, and then we'll pull off from 9 to 7. Alright, so let me show you those two parts slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. The whole thing repeats. One more time halfway through. So all we're doing is putting our pinky across the 10th fret of the 1st and 2nd string. And again, we're barred here, but we're catching that 3rd string at 7. Alright, so slowly again. 1, 2, 3, 4. At that point, the lick changes in the fact that they're going to add the 1st string. So we'll do when we went to the 3rd string. So we'll do the first two parts the same. Now we're going to come to that pull off, and then we're going to do a pull off from the 1st string at 10 to 7. So it's 10 to 7 on the 1st string, and then our 8-7 on the 2nd. Alright, so we have this. Then we start the intro again. So again, written it out, that'll really help you. We start the intro just like we did. We're going to go to the 2nd string. At that point, we're going to stop on the 3rd string at 7. What I like to do, because you'll hear them slide in to 7. This is the bridge of the solo. Okay, so what I like to do, even though I've stopped with my 1st finger, all right, so I have my 3rd finger because it's easier to bend, and you really want a controlled bend for this. So you're going to slide into 7, then give it a hit in 2 bends, then hit 5th fret 3rd string, then hit 5 again and slide that up to 11. When you're sliding it up, hit your pickup selector down to the neck position. Alright, so let me show you that. a real cool section that's going to end. I'll call this the melodic first half. We've gone through the bridge, but we're really leading into more of the quicker part of the lead. Alright, so coming out of that bridge of the solo, we're into the second half, which is a lot quicker, still melodic, but what we're going to do is this. They'll do that a total of 4 times. So we're going to go on the 3rd string, pull off from 4 to 2 to open, catch the 4th string, 4th string, 4th fret, back to open 3rd. Then we're going to go 4-2 open on the 4th string, catch the 3rd fret of the 5th string, back to open on the 4th. Alright, so the first 2 little sections of the lick. Then we're going to hit that open 4th string twice. Then we're going to hammer into the 5th string from open to 3rd. And then open, 3rd, open again on the 4th string. And then we're going to hit 3 and pull off to open. And then 3 on the 5th string and open, ending it. Alright, I know it's a lot of notes, but let me take it slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they'll do that a total of 4 times. Next part, I've written it out as a slide, but I'm pretty sure it's a hammer. Either way, I do the slide because it puts me in the position. We're going to kind of play off this D chord. So what we're going to do is hit the 7th fret of the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string. Alright, and then we'll pull off from the 7th fret to 5 on the 3rd string, catching 7 on 4, back to 5 on the 3rd. So it'll sound like this. Let me do it with the hammer on. Then what we do is catch 6 and 7 together. 6th fret of the 2nd string, 7 on the 3rd string. And then he'll hit that 4 more times. Alright, so we have this. Let me take it from the last open lick. From that point, we're going to take off 6 to 7, or I'm sorry, 6 to 8 with a hammer on. And then again 6 to 8, but we'll pull back off to 6. Catch 7 on the 3rd string, back to 6 on the 2nd. And then 7, 5, back to 7. So we have this. Now what we want to do is a hammer on and pull off from 5 to 7, back to 5. Catch 7 on the 4th string, and then just lay your finger down to a pull off from 7 to 5. Alright, so we have this. Then we're going to go a little walk down, 7, 6, 5 on the 4th string, slide to 3, and then we'll go 5, 3, 5 on the 5th string. Alright, so let me just take it from that lick, from the whole thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. we're going to kind of take off here. We're going to go hammer on 3 to 5 on the 5th string, back to 3 on the 4th string, back to 5, and then 3 twice. So there's a little pattern here. And then we're going to slide from 5 to 7 on that 4th string, catch 5 on the 3rd string, back to 7, and then 5 twice. So hear that pattern? We're going to kind of do the same thing. What I like to do is just use my middle finger. Even though it's from 5, you don't really hear it. I'm going to slide up to, let's see, I think that's 7. So what do we have? Yeah, I use my middle finger, slide from 5 to 7 on that 3rd string, catching the 6th fret of the 2nd string. And we're just going to hit that once. Then we're going to hit 8, all right, with a bend and a release and a bend. All right, so let me take you from that section there. That point, because we bent up again, they start this not unison bend, but more of a country bend where we're hitting 8 on the 1st string to 8 on the 2nd string bent. All right, so we've already bent. Starting out from the 1st string back to the 2nd. And just kind of a little release and then hit 1st string and then bend and release. They'll do that 6 times and then you'll hear them release that 8 on the 2nd string. And then you're going to go 6, hammer into 8 and pull off back to 6. 7 on the 3rd, 6 on the 2nd, 7, 5, 7 on the 3rd. Alright, that kind of ends this lick. So I'm going to take this whole next section after the pull-ups for you so you can see it slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. That ends that little part. Now we're going to move up to the 12th fret. Alright, so for this next section, you know, if you're used to playing your kind of Zeppelin type things where you bend up 12 and your first finger's down and your pinky will pull off, it's not like that. We're going to slide into 12 and then we're going to hammer in and pull off and just hit 12. So that's the key to that lick. It's not your typical Chuck Berry. It's just not bent. So anyhow, we'll slide, to start out with, we'll slide to the 12 on the 3rd fret, 3rd string. And then what we're going to do is hit 10, hammer on to 13, pull off back to 10, and then hit 12. So we do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. 8th time, what they do is this. Alright, so to get us out of that, after we hit 12 on the 3rd string, okay, so getting us out of that, what we're going to do is on that third string, just hit 10 to 11 on the third string, catch 10 on the fourth string. Then we're going to take that fourth string, kind of start another little section of the lick. And what we're going to do here is pull off twice from 12, pull off to 10, hit 12, pull off to 10, catch 12 on the fifth string. And then again, 10, pull off to 12, back to 10, to 12. Alright, so let me take you through that. We'll slide into 12 and start from there. So from there, 12 on the fifth string, we're going to go 11, 10, 8. And then catch 10, 8, 10 on the sixth string. Then we're into the next little piece. And what we'll do there is this. Okay, not too hard. So we're coming off that 10, 8, 10. We're going to take 8 on the fifth string, hit 10 and slide up to 12. Hit 10 on the fourth, back to 12 on the fifth. 10 on the fourth to 12 we'll slide into. And then we're going to hit 15 back to 12. And then 15 twice. So again, you'll hear a pattern to this. So again, you'll hear a pattern to this. Let me take off from the 8, 10, 8. All right. All right, we're getting there, we're getting there. Again, that pull off and catching 12 is really the fastest. The next part's not too bad, and we're getting there. Okay, so after that 12 to 15, what we're going to do is come in like this. Alright, so what we're doing there is sliding 7 to 9. We'll be in that 7 and 9 position. To 7, that's from the fourth string, to 7 on the third, back to 9 on the fourth, and 7 twice on the third. Then catch the 10th fret of the second string, bend up 3 times. Then right to 7 on the third string. And then 9, 7, back to 9 with a bend, release, and bend, and hold. Alright? The reason you want to hold it is you're going to come back in by hitting the 10th fret of the second string and release. Alright, so you have this. So after we release that, what we're going to do is hit 7, 9 and pull back off to 7. Catch 9 on the fourth string, back to 7 on the third, 9, 7, 9 on the fifth string. It's a little pause here, but you have this. Then what you're going to do is hit 9 again, and then a 7, 9, 7, hammer on and pull off on that fourth string to 9 on the fifth string. And then just lay it down again and catch 7, pulled off to 9, and then we'll walk down 9 on the 5th string, 8, 7, 5, and then 7, 5, 7 on the 6th. And then we're going to take off again from 7 to 5 from the 6th to 5th string. Alright, so let me show you that slowly. Alright, let me show you that whole lick again up to this point. 1, 2, 3, 4. At that point, we're going to move up to the 16th and 15th position. Alright, so that next lick will sound like this. Alright, so what we're doing, sliding to 16. Use your middle finger on that 3rd string. Hitting 15 back to 16. 15 twice. Then we catch 17 on that 2nd string, bend up twice, and we'll hold the 2nd bend, catch 17 on the 1st string, and then release 17 on the 2nd. And then we're going to hammer on and pull off from 15 to 17, back to 15, catch 16 on the 3rd, 15 on the 2nd, and then end with 16, 14, 16 on the 3rd. Alright, slowly. Alright, we're almost to the end here. The next lick will go like this. Ends it. So that's just like what we learned earlier. We're on the 4th string, sliding from 7 to 9, 7 on the 3rd, back to 9, back to 7. We'll hit that 7 twice, catch 10, 3 bends, catching 7, and then 9, 7, and then 9 with a bend and release and bend. And then you'll hear them come in with that. Alright, so that is the whole solo. I've written this out. It's probably more useful to watch the video and then go through it. I'll put a link to Riff Station. It's pretty easy to learn. There's YouTube videos on how to use it. And I'll probably do a playthrough because I just love playing this song. So I hope that helps everybody. God bless you and stay safe.